In a world where hunters, human warriors that possess supernatural abilities, must battle deadly monsters to protect mankind from certain annihilation, the notoriously weak hunter named Sung Jin Woo finds himself.
Dude, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing, man?
Bro, let me finish.
It's fucking ridiculous. Finish your little monologue. That's fine. Finish your monologue.
Thank you. A weak hunter named Sung Jin Woo finds himself in seemingly endless struggle for survival. One day, after narrowly surviving an overwhelmingly powerful double dungeon that nearly wipes out his entire...
This is some bullshit. We're not doing this.
Sorry,
No. We're doing this. We're doing this. You know what I'm saying? Kill that. Welcome back to QLF.
Hey.
We're not even going to talk about it. So listen, we want to bring up something new. First off, it's your boy K Bash.
It's your boy V back.
We are QLF. So we want to go ahead and start off by talking about a fresh new anime adaptation that's come hit the scene on Crunchyroll. It's called Solo Leveling.
Also known as Only I Level Up. So this is based on the South Korean web novel by Chu Gong. Sorry if I have butchered that.
Yeah.
It was serialized in the Keiko's digital comic and fiction platform Keiko's page beginning July 25, 2016.
Got you. That's a quick little fact for you if you guys didn't know. So we want to get into, first off, this anime is totally cool. Like, you guys, if you have not been watching it, please go and check out Solo Leveling. It's one of those things. If you play any sort of like games, like role playing games, stuff like that, where you have like mana, you have like different role types where there's tanks and healers and DPS. This cartoon is one of those.
Anything like World of Warcraft
or like City of Heroes,
like Diablo,
yeah, man.
Where you're like doing a dungeon raid.
Correct. Like you have like or a task force. If you were in City of Heroes, we would call it a task force. Okay. But because any situation where you get a group of people together that they have different power sets and different roles, and they get on a team and they go into things. So that's what it is. And I think in Solo Leveling they call it gates. They call them gates that open. And so I guess in a world these gates have opened. And these monsters, these demons, they call them magical beasts inside of Solo Leveling. So, so they call them magical beasts. They come out of the portals, and they're all different types of levels or whatever. But I'm pretty sure in the beginning there was a lot of like E-rank portals that were opening up because if you saw, there was a lot of like green goblins and stuff.
Can you elaborate on the ranking system a little bit there? You just said E-rank.
Oh yeah, I did say E-rank. Okay, so whenever a hunter, so they call them hunters, right? If you're a person, after the gates open, everybody was imbued with these powers that allows them to enter those gates and fend off the monsters and the boss at the end, just like a video game, right? But everybody, when they awaken, it's your first awakening, you will awaken at a specific rank, and that rank is already destined from birth, right? So if I awaken at whatever age, if I awaken as a D rank, a C rank, S rank, so it's S down to E. So it's
so E being the lowest.
E being the lowest, right? Obviously, everything, if it's S tier is obviously the highest, right? So if you're at S rank, or what I'm saying, or they would call it a special grade in Jujutsu Kaisen, if you guys are fans of that as well. But it's
not talking about Jujutsu Kaisen,
but just saying. So, but that's what they would call that. So down all the way to E. So the point that I was making was that's the ranking system. But in all honesty, when it comes down to the whole world, you get it at birth. You can't change your rank after you awaken unless you have what is called a reawakening.
Okay.
That's the thing. So if I was a E rank, I could have a reawakening and possibly become a D or C, maybe even a B rank or something like that. So I have
so kind of like our main protagonist, So Jin Woo.
Look, Sung Jin Woo. Right. So when we think about his character as a whole, right?
Yeah.
He is a selfless character. He always like puts everybody else before him. Right. And the thing about him is they call him, the weakest hunter known to mankind. That's his nickname. He'll earn that by being the weakest E rank hunter. Because he's
always called him close to death.
Yeah, every mission he goes on, he gets hurt, and he has to keep this healer with him, this chick, with him, to make sure. And she's a B rank healer that he keeps with him, and she goes on missions with him, and she pretty much is almost dedicated to healing him, right? So then he meets this team, of all these characters that almost all of them are irrelevant, because as soon as you get to know them and know their stories, they get killed off, right? So they go into this dungeon, right? And so when they go in the dungeon, obviously with Jin-Woo being the weakest hunter known to mankind, he gets hurt immediately, right? As homegirl is healing him, you know what I'm saying? They end up damn near finishing the dungeon, right? Boom. Dungeon about done. Boom. He gets back up, and they notice that there is a second door.
Yes, double dungeon.
The double dungeon, right? So when they see the double dungeon, they're like, well, shit, like, I mean, we could all go in, or we could just put it to a vote, right? So they put it to a vote, and the last vote comes to Sun Jin-Woo, and he's like, he thinks about his family, because when we look at him, he does everything for his family.
His mom.
You know what I'm saying? And his sister.
Yeah.
So when old girl asked him, she was like, yo, why do you want to even keep being a hunter? Like, what is like, what? And he's like, oh, I just do it just for fun. Like, nah, but really he does it for his family, to feed and provide for his family as the man of the house. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I really kind of honor him in that. He's kind of dope in that aspect, because he don't even tell nobody why he's out there really doing that. Like, I'm going to just, you know what I'm saying? So I thought that was cool. So when they get in the dungeon, right? And, they put it to a vote, comes to him, they go through the doors, and all hell break loose, right?
Yeah.
So what was it? There was 3 commandments that was on the jump. First they look around, there's all these statues and shit. They look around, and there was 3 commandments. It said the first commandment was you will worship the Lord. The second one was praise the Lord. And the third one was prove your faith. Right? So in the first joint, dog, he walks up, they all walk up, right? They don't know what the fuck going on, right? And all of a sudden, they kind of take notice of that statue. It's very important, right?
The God statue.
The God statue. We'll call it that for now, because in a minute we're going to tell you what that actually means.
Yeah.
So they see this big statue, dude. Like, it looks, like a statue. And
very menacing.
Huge, right? And you don't really even realize how huge that statue was until it becomes too late. So look. Right? So look. So they was like, all right, cool. And as soon as Buddy tried to go for the door, right? Slice, wow, cut him right in half. Boom, he's done, right? Yes. So they're like, oh, the chick starts screaming, like the chick starts screaming, and they're like, oh snap. So then they looked up, and they was like, another dude was like, man, fuck this, I'm out of here. My gift is speed. I'm about the whole ass HA protocol. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
He got like the big statue. Look at him. Hit him with the Cyclops. Wow.
The immediate
done. All that nigga had left was the forces. He had Air Forces left behind. That was it. All he left behind was them goddamn Nikes, dog. So now the chicks is like, they wild. They're like, even that nigga? I thought he was the dude. Like, so he even got burnt to a crisp. Now Jin-Woo sitting here like, fuck, this shit got real. This shit just got real. So now he's remembering the commandments, right? And my man's like, yo, you said you gotta praise the Lord, right? Yeah. So he got it. So he's like, I gotta test this theory out. The nigga like, what? Like,
what else are you gonna do?
The fuck you gonna do? Niggas is still like, I don't even know what to do.
I'm just saying real shit. You're in that situation, life or death. Niggas all around you are fucking
getting zapped. Bow! Slice.
All of a sudden, you gonna just get down and start praying?
Right. I mean, I feel like, okay, if I heard Sun Jin-Woo say, this is my theory. He tested the theory first. So before he told everybody to do that, this is what I like about him. Okay? Before he gave a command to the mass that he wanted to save, he did the trial himself first. Okay. So he looked at it and he looked at him back. He's like, yo, you don't look like you ready to die yet. You really about to test the theory about it? Like, niggas is dying. There's feet left behind. There's feet from this nigga left behind. So
this is real.
This is real. People are dying. So he look up, boom, and he see that you as long as you're not at a certain height, right? Yeah. Like Sukuna, your head's pretty high right now. You know what I'm saying? You gotta look. Bow down, boom. So he tested theory. As soon as he got to a certain height, the eyes popped, looked at him, boom. He hit the ground. Ha. You know what I'm saying? He hit the bow, like he hit the bow real quick, boom. And so he's like, all right, cool. I'm not dead, so that must be what it is.
Okay.
Everybody bow down. They're like, nigga, what? So boom, they bow down. Everybody bow down. Now, game change.
Okay.
We gotta talk about the most menacing, like, smile I've ever seen. That's like, as soon as they got to level 2, the stage 2, the smile.
It was like the immediate Joker game on.
Nigga, what? Like, that shit. Okay, look. If you want to give somebody nightmares, my dude,
right?
Nightmare 101 is that crazy menacing smile, dude. That when I talk about like really good animation to try to like capture an emotion, that was nuts, dude. So the shit, the face changes, everybody shook. Wow, I was shook when I was watching the anime. You know what I'm saying? Like it was crazy. So as they see this shit change, Buddy get up. The big statue get up. The next commandment, number 2, was what? Praise the Lord.
Right.
Right? So now, niggas scrambled. The nigga done got up, and Buddy was like, I know what to do. I got this. I know how to praise the Lord. I was in a choir, when I was younger, and they taught me a lot about this. I went to Sunday school. It was great. You know what I'm saying? He pushing niggas, move, bitch. He pushing niggas out the way. Like, I got this. You know what I'm saying? So he hit the ground, hit his knees, ha. He goes full fucking Christian on us. Like, he's like, oh, well, this and that, and all these hymns and this and that, woody, woody, woo. Now, I'm going to tell you something that I thought that people maybe not notice. When he did that, the smile on the God that was there got bigger.
Yeah.
Like, that ain't what I'm talking about.
Right, yeah. No,
like,
let me show you something.
Let me show you something.
Yeah.
You thought that was enough? You thought that was enough praise for me, my nigga?
No. That didn't do nothing.
Praise?
That didn't wet his willy.
Yeah, no. He was not okay with that. So he hit the motherfucker with the skidoosh. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The quick skidoosh right quick.
Size 11s.
Dog, straight up. Dog, straight A-Town stomped his ass, dog. So I'm like, oh, shit. So another bitch let out a scream. Let out a scream. Oh, no, this shit is fucking crazy. Whoa. So now Sun Jin Woo grabbed his bitch. That's why I was doing too.
Mind y'all, this is episode 1.
This is episode 1. Bro, episode 1. Okay, like, so fucking Sun Jin Woo, like, same thing I was done. Grab your bitch. I'm gonna grab the healer and I'm hauling ass. He running with the healer. He like, man, nah. He seen she was so his like grown man kicked in. Boom, he grabbed his girl and he dipping off, dog. Like, and he's running around as they're scattering, and this motherfucker is straight goddamn crip walking on the whole gang. Right. Like, and he's like, okay, he's figuring it out, and he's like, praise the Lord. And some of the statues have instruments, not weapons.
Right.
So they're like, all right, boom. Go to the statues that ain't got no, you know what I'm saying? They got what? They got instruments and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Everybody run to them, one person each. Boom. He run out there with his girl.
Come on, play your drum.
Statue don't turn on.
Come on.
The drums.
Please.
And he's like, oh shit, is it just one person per statue? So now he's like, fuck. And now, between the drummer and where he need to be at, which is the chick with the vocals,
right? Because
they done already took the bitch with the violin,
right?
They done already took the motherfucker. I think they had like a guitar. I don't know what the other nigga had. They had a Rickenbacker bass or some shit. No, a motherfucker had the nigga had the drums. He rolled up to the nigga with the drums. And he was like, "Nigga, play your drum." Nigga, no. So he looked over and it's the bitch that got the vocals. Like, he got to get to Beyonce right quick. You know what I'm saying? Right. So he haul ass to Beyonce, nigga. I guess he was a little shook by being at the wrong space. Yeah. And he went to the nigga with the shield by accident, right?
Yeah,
they said, knock that one. Niggas, yo, when you knock that, no, baby, no. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he tried to haul ass, like, boom, Buddy come down with the shield. I think he took like from the knee down.
It was a whole thigh.
It was like, yo, like
section.
Like I'm not talking to you if your thighs are out. You know what I'm saying? so the nigga had his whole thigh left. Boom. So he crawl over to the bitch with the vocals and shit, and she get the hitting the notes and shit. Wow. So now after that, the smile go away. The Buddy go sit down.
Yeah.
Right. That nigga throw his hand up. This nigga throw his hand up, right? And so now we on commandment 3, which is prove your faith. You know, so everybody should. I think we down to about 6 people now. I think we went in there with 13.
Yeah.
Down to about 6 people now. And everybody's like, what we do? This nigga missing a leg. The nigga who has been telling us what the fuck to do this whole time, he missing a leg, G. So he's like, all right, well, look. Go to the altar. The altar came up. When Buddy put his hand on, the altar came up. So, all right, we go over there. And, they get down. And the whole ordeal was that to prove your faith was to stay in the circle.
Right.
And so
time run out or something like
yeah,
that.
so there was like blue ones, and then there was like orange. The orange flames represented the bodies, and the blue flames represented the time that you had to stay in the circle.
Correct.
And so they start hauling ass, because the door open, dog, to leave, right? And he was like, man, this might be false hope. You know what I'm saying? It's always a trap. It's always a trick. But so people start hauling ass. The chick, the hottest chick in there, dog. The chick that had the 2 blades on her ass, she had a little booty. You know what I'm saying? The chick with the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She was the hottest chick in there, dog. She had like a nice skin color and shit, dog. But she haul ass. She haul ass. You know what I'm saying? As soon as the door open. Another nigga seen her run, he haul ass. We get down to like, you know what I'm saying? Last 4 niggas. Buddy was like, I got a family. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been with you through all this. I'm the leader of all this shit, whatever, but I got a family and they need me, so I'm hauling ass too. HA protocol, boom. So he bucked 2. Now it's 3 left. It's the healer, Jinwoo, and this other motherfucker.
Right.
And Jinwoo was like, man, y'all go, because, my leg fucked up. Anyway, long story short, Jinwoo ended up getting left in there by himself, because Buddy took the old girl and like, he hit that bitch with the judo chop. You know what I'm saying? And then he took her up out of there. You know what I'm saying? And so Jinwoo in there, and he started hating Buddy that left. The leader who left, that was like, yo, I got a family and shit. You think I got no fucking family at home too? You think I wanted to die right here? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Bitch ass nigga. So he get pieced up by all the things, right?
Oh, yeah.
So
monuments.
Now, before we leave this room,
yeah, something special happens.
Something special happens.
Mm-hmm.
But before we get into what's special, y'all, I want to tell you about the statue. Matter of fact, we want to tell you about the statue. Mac, what really changed Sun Jinwoo's life?
Well, I'll tell you. So, that particular statue is actually the god of their own, right? And what ended up imbuing Sun Jinwoo was
The monarch.
Monarch.
Monarch. That monarch's name was Ashbourne, right?
Right.
So, like, there's a big war going on. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Deeper dive really quick for you guys. We're not going to spoil too many things because obviously we're only at the animation level of the first couple of arcs. Okay, so there's a war going on between the monarchs and the rulers. Okay, now the rulers would be like your angels, and the monarchs would be your demons. You could say, right? So now think about this when we're talking about our main protagonist. Is that he went into a double dungeon and ran into a monarch. Okay, now the monarch is so before they kill Sun Jinwoo, right before 0.2 seconds before death, it stops, boop, and the screen pop up, and it accepts him to be the player, right?
Yeah. So the system accepts him.
The system, right, is what he calls it, what it's called, right? So this window pop up, wow, like accept to be the player. If not, then this nigga who's about to kill you is gonna kill you. You know what I'm saying? Right. So obviously we all accept, right? We all accept that. You know what I mean? So that happens, and he just wakes up. He wakes up in the cave, and when they find him, it's just Sun Jinwoo laying on the ground.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they were like, bro, so he must have had a second awakening. So Sun Jinwoo sitting in the hospital and shit, fully regenerated, got his legs and all that shit. Like, and the leg he lost is his back. So he got all that, and now he's sitting there and they talking to him like, oh, he must have had a second awakening. He put his hand on the thing or whatever. Nah. They were like, well, shit, I guess we was wrong. Trash will always be trash, is what they said. Yeah. So he like, damn, these niggas walked out of here and they ain't asking me about the screen. You know what I'm saying? They was sitting there the whole time, dog. Which was the system.
Next. So essentially, what it was is Ashbourne is the king of the dead, and he's the monarch of the shadows, and he's the strongest ruler and the greatest fragment of the brilliant light. And so essentially, after all of the fighting that had been going on between the rulers and the monarchs, Ashbourne decided that he was going to take a vessel.
Like
And
Itadori? Okay, sorry.
to
Okay,
the
sorry.
being Jim Woo as his host in hopes of ending the bloodshed once and for all. It says when Jin Woo is later killed by monarchs, Ashborn appears in the flesh to save him, and he gives Jin Woo detailed explanation of his past.
So this doesn't happen in the anime.
No, not yet.
So we didn't really get that deeper dive, like where like he came and explained, like, "Hey man, this is what's gonna be popping. Like, I'm gonna let you use my powers. I'm out, and you are now like the next version of me." So when he starts to the whole thing behind, like, if you guys don't really understand what's going on with solo leveling, is now Sun Jin-woo starts at level 1, okay, but as he goes into dungeons, he levels up. Like, only I level up. Like, he is the only other hunter that's able to increase his level based off of his fights.
Once you awaken.
Which I think is cool. Is that not what we all do in MMOs? Like, when I'm playing City of Heroes, dude, like, it's just one of those things where, like, you grind to level up. You might run, we call it farming, right? You might run a mission over and over and over again because it yields a specific amount of XP for not a whole lot of effort. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so I feel like he the first instance dungeon that Jin Woo was granted, he got like, so what he gets when he levels up, every now and then he'll get these loot boxes, right? That'll pop up. This little box pop up in his hand. And when he opens it, it'll give him random gifts, like any loot box in a video game. And so the gift he gets first is like this instance dungeon key. So when he goes into the dungeon, that's where an instance dungeon you do by yourself. Okay? So you don't get a team to go with you.
Instant being instant.
Right. So, well, here's the thing about the word instance, right? All of us that have played video games, we know that means if we're not in the same instance, we're not in the same dimension. Like, we could be in the same world, I can see you, but I can't interact with you because we're not in the same instance. So he sees a chick walk past him, and she's like, she don't even know he's there once he goes into the instance. Like, they go through life through that area without even interacting with you. So he goes into the shit, and now he encounters the wolf, right?
Right.
The iron-jawed wolf and shit. Iron Fang wolf or some shit like that? Steel Fang wolf, right? So I think when he goes up against that, he realizes that shit's real. And he's back in this area where I'm afraid again. But ain't nothing as scary as that fucking smile. Okay? And I feel like that's the part that he always remembers is like that crazy ass smile, right?
Yeah, you know why? Because to go from just regularly needing to be healed from dungeon to dungeon to a giant fucking creepy statue smiling at you,
that motherfucker just stomping on the homies like it was a bit much. I ain't gonna say. And it said that everybody that came out, only 6 motherfuckers survived. So when they all came out, none of them were hunters anymore. Like they were all like, nah, like what? Now look. So the dungeon, they were like, well, what rank you think this is? Is this like S rank or like what the fuck is like, I don't know. This is pretty crazy. Niggas just dying. I ain't never seen a nigga just get zapped to death. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like normally there's like a diminishing like HP. Like if you look at Sun Jin-woo in the later episodes, he's got an HP value. Like it literally is he's the player, right? So let's move forward a little bit. And we're going to talk about his next team dungeon, okay? So in the next team dungeon he goes on, he meets this ragtag group of DPS and tank, like, you know what I'm saying, all damage dealers. There's no healer, right? They got, they gotta have a certain amount of people, so they needed like 2 more people for their squad. So they get Jin Woo and this other little motherfucker named Jin Ho, right? So Jin Ho is a rich kid. He got like the fresh new armor. You ever seen a nigga in the video game where like we just started playing this shit, bro? How you got that armor, dog? Like
he got all that fresh DLC stuff.
DLC shit, like you pre-order? Nigga, like he got straight pre-order armor on, dog. So this dude is like coming out fresh. You know what I'm saying? Looking like fucking King Arthur and shit. You know what I'm saying? And so Buddy pull up and he's like, yo, Sun Jin-woo is unimpressed. Okay, right. And he's just like, I can see already that your gear is making up for your lack of ability and skill. So, boom. Now, he meet the gang. Now, the leader of the gang is a tank. All right? The tank, they got, so tanks have taunt, which he displayed inside the dungeon. So, you know, Sanjin, they go in a dungeon or whatever, they like, oh shit.
We're dealing with
insect types, nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? So because he got senses and shit, he can sense danger and shit. He like, boom, insects coming through, boom. So they using their powers, niggas is going off and shit. Like, hold on, nigga, I'm counting down, nigga. Like, so one of the homies, he pull out the you know, the charge attack that take a minute in the video games, but you gotta do the animation and shit, and all of a sudden when the animation happens, you big explosion. So buddy's like, I'm counting down. Like, hold up, nigga. And so they stop the attack, everybody smiling and shit, boom. So he hit the motherfuckers with the Nova shit. Bah! Kill like damn near the whole room. Chilling, right? Mm-hmm. Sanjin Woo in the back, he like, well, shit, nigga, like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm cool with all that. Now look, Buddy used the taunt. You know what I'm saying? Used the taunt. He's like, oh, okay, he a tank. But they was mad reckless to have no healer. Mm-hmm. All right? Now, they get through the shit. They get to the boss. All right? When they get to the boss, there's all these crystals and shit. I mean, the fucking mine is full of blue crystals, right? Mm-hmm. Mono crystals, I think they call them in Solo Leveling. So, the mono crystals and shit. And Sanjin Woo already gonna seeing that Buddy like once they seen the load, it became like, well, shit, why don't we just split this shit 7 ways like the other two? You know what I'm saying? We can, you know what I'm saying? Like, so he already kind of peeped game. So when they get in there, that's exactly what they do. They walk them in there. They see the boss. It's the big ass like spider and shit. They see the boss. Then Buddy's like, yo, we're gonna go ahead. It's asleep, so we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna dip out of here. And you know what I'm saying? We'll come back after it's done. So they said, y'all stay here. Y'all stay here. We're gonna come back. Right. Woody woo. And then they cave them in. All right. They come back. So Sanjin Woo pops clean the fuck off. Shows that, like, you know, he with the shits a little bit. Right. And does his thing. Now, when the boys come back in, after he done murked the spider and shit, like, in front of Buddy, in front of little King Arthur Buddy, like Jin Ho. Like, so Jin Ho like, shit, I can't fuck with it. Like, you ain't tell nobody that you had this kind of speed or none of that. Like, right? So, boom. I thought you was weak like me type shit. So, he kills the spider. So then they come back in. The game like, y'all still alive? The fuck? So they drop down and he's like, well, shit. Hey, well, we assume that the little nigga with the armor killed him. Because you the weakest goddamn hunter known to mankind. Right. So they were like, well, hey, man, you kill Buddy and we'll put you on our team. We'll all walk up out of here. You know what I mean? But he done already seen Jin Woo pop off. So he's like, nah, dog, I'm gonna rock with this nigga. I ain't never seen a nigga do that, nigga. Like, right. So he get in front of him. Nigga, fuck you, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so he's like, oh, that's what it is? Boom. Little box pop up on Jin Woo. Kill these 6 niggas. And you got an emergency quest, right? Because you have to think about it. In the system, right, that you were talking about earlier, they want him to stay alive. Right. The monarch needs him alive. So it's like, okay, this is life-threatening. Right. I'm going to let you know that this is life-threatening, and here's a quest. And if you beat him, I'll level you up. Right. So, but Sanjin Woo's like, I have to kill people to do this, right? But shit, I know there's a penalty if I don't do what the fuck this window say. You know what I'm saying? So, boom. This nigga, Buddy walk up to Sanjin Woo like, because they know he weak. They assume he weak, right? So Buddy walk up to him and throw his arm around. I ain't never walked up to a nigga I knew I was about to fight and threw my arm around like, yeah, fuck this. You know what I'm saying? He ain't nothing but a bitch ass nigga anyway. You already know we gonna kill you, right? Type shit. Bro, Sanjin Woo put the knife up to Buddy's neck. Shing! Cut his throat in front of his homies. It didn't even change his facial expression. Like who the fuck is next? You know what I'm saying? So the little one pop up. Boop, 1 out of 6. He's like, all right, so let's get it. So Buddy I'm talking about piecing them up. One of them niggas had no chance. He got hit with a goddamn Zanzokin body goddamn like teleport shit. And Sanjin Woo just stabbed him in the back of the head. Like that's it. Boom. He get to the last nigga who was tank. This nigga begging for his life and shit. Oh shit, you know what I mean? Obviously everybody get murked. He completes the quest. Right. If you're wondering what happens if he doesn't complete a quest, he gets shifted into another dimension. It's a penalty quest. Yeah. Like, what was he against? Like, fucking huge centipedes.
Yeah, little sandworm.
The sand nigga, yeah, dog. That shit said, run. Like, and that's it. That's it. Survive, nigga. That's it. So he's fucking hauling ass, right? When he didn't do that. But now, as we go through, because we're gonna kind of cover up to like about level 18 to 20 or so is what he got to at the end. Yeah. So what, dude? let's fast forward like crazy, right? Because I'm sure you guys have kind of seen it. The fight with Cerberus, dude. What? Okay, Mac. How did you feel about the fight with Cerberus?
You mean other than the fact that his HP kept dropping faster than like a Yu-Gi-Oh card duel, and that shit was just like damn near hitting zero every time.
But he was on the brink of death. You remember when he tried to use them potions? He was like, all right, I'm buying at the store.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He bought three of them and shit. That shit went up like, but 100 HP a pop, and he's got like, like 50, yeah, he got like thousands to go through. He's like, man, that wouldn't worth shit, and I bought 3 of them goddamn things. Like,
yeah, nah,
bro, look, I'm gonna end it right there because look. We're going to have more content about solo leveling coming out that we're going to do a deeper dive on because I know a lot of you guys are just getting into it. So we're not going to crush you with all of the manga facts and all that kind of stuff right now. We tried to keep it kind of condensed. So we'll have more deeper dive facts for you, won't we, man?
We definitely will.
All right. So
quick little facts.
Quick little facts, man. That's what we're going to have. But it's your boy K-Bash.
Boy, be back here.
And we are QLF, and we'll see you guys later. Peace.
What's going on, you guys? It's your boy B-Mac here for QLF. Quick little facts. Appreciate all the love you guys been showing us for the first few videos we put out. We have some real fire coming out this season, so just please stay tuned.